Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Can you hear me now? You hear me now? Testing, testing. Can you hear me now? No volume, no volume. Let me see. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. All right, all good. Appreciate it. My brother Trey Titan is in the building. All my brothers and sisters, come on in and let the family know that we're alive. It says, let's just get right into it. The people will fall in how they fall in and how they may. My brother Trey Titan's in the building. All I need is one comrade to talk to. Everybody else will come in as they may. So shout out to my brother Patrice X who brought this to my attention. It says Terrence Crawford. Let's start here. Let's set the foundation of what we're dealing with. Hold on, family. Hold on. Because we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this. It says Terrence Crawford reveals that Donald Trump had a fan moment when they met at UFC Freedom 250. UFC Freedom 250. Now, earlier this week, our commander-in-chief was doing a speech. He was giving a speech, and he was talking about how proud the American ancestors would be of the Anglo-Saxon. What did he said? The Anglo-American. Now, Bud, do you think he was talking about you and your ancestors? But we're not even gonna put Bud on trial yet. I'm gonna show you all something, and I've been holding my tongue for a long time about this because I am a brother who was on cold. When Bud Crawford went against Canelo, I was a brother on cold. Me and my brother Mind the Mansa Musa were brothers on cold. Me and my brother Drew Titan were we were brothers on cold. The Honorable General 78 Sports TV is on cold. The good brother Champ Side was on cold. We were rooting for our champ in the face of so much hate and bigotry and race fans in the sport of boxing. We stood up. Now I'm going to show you all why Shakur acts the way he acts. I'm going to show you why this whole little crew, they come from a mindset that should be completely inappropriate at this point, especially amongst us. We have to get to a point as a people where we say, you know what? As much as we love you, we might have to depart from you because of how you represent us. When the president was talking about Anglo-American ancestors, Bud Crawford, that had nothing to do with you. Not only that, on the White House lawn, while this fight is going on, check this out, family. One of the MMA fighters on the White House lawn. Let me pull that up real quick, because I don't want to quote anything wrong real quick. An MMA fighter calls Michelle Obama a man. Josh Hokett, UFC at White House, fighter makes crude remarks. Listen to this, family. Listen to this. Fighter Josh Hokett made a crude remark. Hey, man, listen, all the pop-ups, we don't have time for that right now, okay? He made a crude remark about former First Lady Michelle Obama. After winning his bout during the controversial UFC Freedom 250 event held on the White House lawn on Sunday night, and President Donald Trump then congratulated Hokett and other fighters in a Truth Social post glossing over his remarks. The show began after a short weather delay and saw 7 bouts on the card and ended with American fighter Justin Gaethje pulling off an upset win in the main event against Jojorian Tapura to claim the lightweight championship. One of the most controversial events took place after a mid-card fight when Hokett was interviewed in the octagon by UFC commentator and podcaster Joe Rogan following his win over Derek Lewis. Hokett ended the interview by blurting out a right-wing conspiracy theory that Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America? Salute, Queen Tay-Tay. Salute, the Sensei Stormy B-Man is in the building. A fighter, Josh Hokett, Queen Tay-Tay, who was in the building, the queen of MMA boxing and MMA combat talk. Queen Tay-Tay, do you know where Josh Hokett is from? Sister, do you know where Josh Hokett is from? I want to make sure that when I set the table for the hypocrisy in this, before I even go in on Bud Crawford, that I'm not missing anything. Can you all imagine President Obama having a boxing event on the White House lawn and Floyd Mayweather beating a YT fighter and doing the press conference, doing the a post-fight interview inside the ring says, First Lady Bush is a man. Can you all imagine? And you know, to my brother Trey Titan's point, who said, isn't it ironic that Josh said that after he beat the only black fighter on the main card? And you know, they like to make Derek Lewis as their laughing stock anyway. You see, they love his type of comedic relief to them, because one thing about it is those kinds of YTs love a lapdog and they love a court jester, a clown, if you will. And he gets up there and he calls First Lady Michelle Obama. Now, my question is, what is it about the Obamas? Hey, J. Hugh, I wouldn't be surprised if he laid down for it. Now, the president of Zuffa was at the event, and I got to call this out plainly. Any black athlete at a White House event, if they ever talked about how First Lady Reagan looked like a zombie wax figure, they would be punished. If they ever said that First Lady Biden looked like a anorexic Mrs. Doubtfire, they would be punished, ostracized. You would see it on national news this morning. The disrespect of a black athlete. Do you all remember how they drug Jay-Z for just saying, which he wasn't being honest, saying that he lit a spliff inside the White House? Salute my brother Patrice X. So with that being said, I just wanted to set the foundation for you all. What kind of, you got monster truck crap going on the White House lawn. You got BMX bikes and motorcycles going. This is on the White House lawn. So the very onion, the very layers of YT civility is just going out the window at this point. There are so many ugly. See, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but there are a lot of unpleasing on the eyes first ladies we could think of. In my honest opinion, Michelle Obama is the one of the prettiest first ladies the White House has ever seen. And I don't even, I'm not attracted to YT women, but I give just due where it's due. The only other, maybe you could say pretty first lady I can think of is First Lady Kennedy. See? But let's keep going. Someone says, when Candace Owens claims French president wife is a man when she has 2 kids, no white people cry about it and just simply laugh. It's not that deep. Wow. I'm so happy you brought that up. Now, family, Bambi here, who we've never seen in the chat, we're glad that you're here. Because now I get to point out, and you have that big American flag in your, and I fought for that flag. Not only did I fight for that flag, I swore to this country that I would protect this country from all foreign and domestic enemies. So everybody, Bambi says, and this is the point I want to really hone into. You said that, where's white people? Oh, no white people cry about it and just simply laugh. It's not that deep. Well, let's talk about it for a second. Let's talk about what white people have when it comes to black people in the White House doing things. So, because it seems that Bambi either has amnesia or Bambi is too young to know what they're talking about. So let's talk about it. President Obama wore a tan suit and was dragged. Let me drink some water on this one. Oh, Bambi, you came in on the right day. Salute to Bambi in the chat. I love it. So I believe that this is one of our YT or conservative brothers, and I'm glad you're here. So let's get into it. Let's talk about what YT people have cried about when it was reversed. No. Don't move the goalposts. Don't start talking about anything else. We're going to talk about what you just said, Bambi. So just hold on, because I got you. I got what you need. YT people cried about Obama wearing a tan suit. YT people, while this man was running for office, put an ad in the paper and laughed about it of his children painted as monkeys. YT people cried about President Obama even going to Reverend Wright's church in Chicago almost 15 years ago and said he needed to denounce him. At the same time, President Trump, who is aligned with people who are not only felons, but known sexual deviants. But you all say he didn't do anything and that's not a problem. Now, family, I don't want, just hold on. Don't worry, Harvey, I got you too. YT people cried about Jay-Z putting in a rap song that he smoked a spliff in the White House. Bambi, I'm not done. I'm not done because you said, well, what white tea people don't cry about. White tea people were crying about Carmelo Anthony, right, unaliving Metcalf, but at the same time, we're saying that kids were just being kids when they tried to put a teenager's body in a wood chipper in the Midwest. At the same time, no, I don't want to hear nothing else. We're gonna stick to the hypocrisy that was just brought up, because you say, and to be honest with you, Candace Owens, if you watch my channel, you would know I don't give a damn about no Candace Owens, but we're going to stick to this. See, we have to have honest conversations so the hypocrisy can be pointed out so we can move forward and just stop the bullshit reality that we're living in. When black athletes, let me make it so plain to you, Harvey came in and said something along the lines of kneeling during the national anthem. Harvey, when a black man kneels during the national anthem, what happens to that black man? When those football players were kneeling during the national anthem, how many old football players did they bring in to apologize for that? We had big ass swole Ray Lewis on the news crying, saying, I'm just trying to help those babies. We had Colin Kaepernick. He's done. We saw what happened with that. So who said you just brought up Carmelo Anthony case and you say I'm moving the goalpost? No. Nobody's moving the goalposts. You talked about what YT people cry about. You said what you don't cry about. I'm showing you, the reason why I brought it up is I'm showing you the hypocrisy of the same situations and it being one thing for somebody else, what you do cry about. You want to talk about crying? President Obama made a peace deal. Because this is what you said, what YT people didn't cry about. So I want to say, you say you are not bringing up football. That's right. I'm bringing up sports. I'm bringing up politics. I'm bringing up spirituality. I'm showing you all of the crap you say that YT people don't cry about. You want to talk about what YT people don't cry about? YT people, racist YT people cry about every aspect of life where there's any space in this country where they don't feel like they're in charge. So miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit. Now back to my topic. Ushers in the chat, you know what to do. I hope that gives you something to think about. I know you're not going to admit to the clear examples I just gave you. You said I didn't say anyone was crying. I said nobody cares. No. Let's go back. Let's go back. I love how we can always go back to the chat. Let's go back. This is what you said. You said, when, this is your words verbatim, when Candace Owens claims that French president's wife is a man, when she has 2 kids, no white people cry about it and just simply laugh. It's not that deep. So your statement was saying that, hey, because I was talking about this man calling Michelle Obama a man. And what would happen if one of our athletes would get up there and call a prominent president's first lady, white first lady, a man? And the backlash she would get. You made the statement that, well, white people didn't cry when Candace Owens said such and such. So I had to remind you and almost shock your amnesia. So Bambi, I appreciate you coming in. And I appreciate you bringing that statement up, because that just brought some more truth to the content as I was going. So we have that happening. And people are trying to figure out, well, what is it with Bud Crawford and why are people upset? Well, let's get into that. Let's get into that real quick. See, this is the place we're not going to speak out of emotion. We're going to speak out of fact. Kyrie Irving posted a book and had to not only apologize 2 times. Do you all have Do you all have fucking amnesia? I feel like there's some type of reality, this bubble that some of you live in, that you suck in so much BS, you honestly believe it. You honestly believe the crap that you're saying. That you are just so innocent. You're so pure. You're so right. See, we don't mind. And I don't mind because, see, if you all watch my channel, you would know that I call out the self-hate, the ignorance in my own community all the time. But as soon as we start pointing out the disrespect from your side, now you don't do anything. Now you don't cry about anything. That is interesting. We have Bud Crawford here. Bud Crawford says, who would have knew the president of the United States of America was a big fan of a kid from a small city called Omaha? Now, the question is, my brother True Will says it's called delusional trailer park syndrome. My brother should coin that phrase. And I'm going light. I'm going light, family. My brother True Will would just utterly destroy y'all. But I'm going light on you. Make sure you all tune into my brother True Will. But let's keep going. So the room isn't being read right now. My brother Trey Titan, right on time. Omaha, home to Malcolm X. Salute, my brother Accurate 11 is in the building. So you see, right is right, wrong is wrong. Okay? Now, Conor McGregor drags Bud. I'm talking about he drags Bud. And people are like, well, I don't see the problem with that. Well, see, the issue is you all forget that Bud made Conor an an honorary black man. Do you all remember that? He said that he is one of us. Some people are going to say that didn't happen. You see, I cannot stand, because we can have differences of opinion, we can have conversations, but this is what we don't do. I don't want you to fear me, and I don't want to fear you. I want us to be able to respect each other. You see, grown men don't play with each other at a certain extent. Either somebody got to leave or somebody got to die. That's really the old way of the man. All right, it's very barbaric, very violent. Okay, so when you all come into this chat, people who I've never seen before, and you try to use Fox News talking points, you are going to get destroyed. Number one, newsflash, here goes. Hold the press. Hold the press. Watch this. Guess what? This is going to mess you up. I'm not a Democrat. Psh. Guess what? Hold on. I'm not done. I'm not a Republican. Hold on. Let me keep going for a second. Because I know you all aren't used. Some of you, let me talk to the YT racists for a second. Because I really don't give a damn how you feel, how you think. I have been molded and shaped by the right teachers to know what to do with you when things hit the fan. But I want to put some truth out there for a second. I want to put some truth out there. There are black people who have no faith in your system. There are brothers and sisters who have no faith in the Republican or the Democrat. Our ancestor, our elder, our teacher, El Haj Malik Shabazz, who you know as Malcolm X, told us that the only difference between all of you is one is a fox and one is a wolf. But at the end of the day, they still end up with the lamb in their mouth. You see? So I have no faith in that. So those talking points you all try to use, it doesn't work on me. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If you are a self-hating Negro, you are wrong. If you are a racist YT person, my question is, why would you come amongst what you hate? This is how you know you have a demonic monitoring spirit. Let me talk to the devils for a second. You damn devils. You damn devils who I rebuke every day in the right name, Jesus. This is how you know you have a demonic spirit. You see, when you truly hate something, you're going to get away from it. But it seems that no matter where we go, every time we try to make a space for ourselves, you can't help but be there to put your 2 cents in when nobody cares. Nobody cares. A family in Georgia is having a black family reunion, and a racist YT man can't help. He can't help but try to go get his rifle, put body armor on, and attack this family. But what he didn't expect was that black Marine veteran to return rounds downrange. Now they've let that man out on bond. The only thing that brother failed to do was to finish the job right then and there. That was a free kill. I know that's harsh, but let me tell you something. To white people who don't have that racist spirit in them, I don't give a damn what color a man is. If a man tries to attack your family, you have every right to finish the job right there. Don't let it go to the court. What Kendrick say? And that's just how I feel. Huh? I know you don't like this talk, but Bud Crawford is not reading the room. Bud Crawford is not reading the room. Bud, let's talk about Bud for a second. My brother Patrice X says, 'cause I know my brother's gonna cook. My brother says, facts. They don't know how to argue without putting someone into categories. Anything outside those categories make their brain malfunction. They start. Wait, he's not a Democrat. Wait a second. He comes in, and then when you point out the truth, they say, "I didn't say that." That is devilish. You as a man, when you can't even say, "Well, you know what, you right about that." That is a devilish trait to then say, and everybody in the chat can go back up and see and say, "Oh, you did say that. You literally came into the chat and said YT people weren't crying when Candace Owens called the French president's first lady a man." You see? So now now that the truth is tearing that ass up. It's tearing that ass up, right? You're malfunctioning. Listen, I want you to understand something. When you don't stand on truth, you are every single time. Now, Bud, let's talk to Bud. And you all know, man, that Bud Crawford, I had Bud Crawford as my picture for months on my StreamYard. I was so proud of that brother. But between Bernie, Shakur, and now this, I got to say something. Brothers and sisters, you have two types of brothers that's out here right now. You have one who is for their community, for their family, and you have another who thinks that there's still a place for him at that table. Now, while Bud is taking this picture, I do wonder, Bud, how do you think that him and his friends would treat your dark-skinned black sons? Well, I'm not even going to go there yet. I'm not even going to that. But I want you all to think about this. Our president gave a shout out to the Anglo-American. The Anglo-American during this speech earlier in the week, right? Bud, are any of your ancestors Anglo-American? Bud, what are you doing? I have to ask the honest question. But hold on. Let's pull this up. Bud Crawford. See? And it's like you all get in front of what's his name? You get in front of Joe Rogan. Now I hope Bud says, "Hey Connor, let's make it happen in the octagon," and beats his ass. But let's see if that smoke is the same, because you see, from what Bernie says, they had a little altercation in the gym, and it almost went there, right? So I want to see, Conor McGregor says, "What the F are you saying? You can wrestle, yet you're afraid of an MMA fight. That to me is pitiful. The kid was beaten in an MMA fight of which you don't have the courage for. What the F was all with all these little boxers at this show, yet no MMA fighters?" Bud responds and says, "This the guy that said he would knock me out." But see, here's the thing. I'm not even gonna pull it up. Bud went on Joe Rogan's show and said that Conor's one of us. Because of what the Irish people went through, Conor McGregor is one of us. My brother Patrice X says, "Imagine Obama giving a shout out to African Americans during the speech." Imagine President Obama getting up there and just saying, now to Bambi. Now, Bambi, I don't know where you went, Bambi, but I hope you're still in here. You see, we can't always, to my brother Champside's point, we cannot always block people, as long as they're not coming in here, dropping just straight profanities and just trolling the chat. He had a thought. Now, even if the thought looks like it comes from a racist place, and this might be a racist person or a self-hating Negro, we are going to deal with the thought so that the young people who watch this will say, okay, I see what my elder is saying, and I know how to deal with that when their minions and children try to bring that to our front doorstep in school or wherever they might be. Let's go back. Let's go back. Who is this? Who is this? Ah, yes. Yes. I almost lost my train of thought. To my brother Patrice X point. If President Obama would have did it, it would have been mayhem. Some might say, that's not true. You don't know that. Well, shout out to my brother Drew Titan, because my brother Drew Titan would say, brother, back up and quantify what you say. Let's go back in history for a second. Do you all remember when Trayvon Martin was killed? Let's take this. It's such an easy. It's so easy, and you're lucky. You see, you all remember that scene in Life when Hoppin' Bob said, "You're lucky." See, I ain't nice like Boss. I slapped the black off your ass. Y'all remember that scene? You see, I'm not as mean. You see, you're lucky. Some of my brothers ain't talking to you right now, because Coach is cooking you with grace. But do you all remember the reaction when President Obama said, I could see Trayvon Martin as my son? He kind of favors me. I could see that happening. And I could look at that young man as my son. YT people were crying were boo-hoo crying about that. But you like to forget and have all of this amnesia. That's why you know that racists and bigots have not just a spirit, something spiritually is wrong with them. I promise you, if they were able to do a test on the blood of openly racist white people, they would see that there's something wrong. See? And this is how they move. They come into the chat, and when you hit them with truth, they run because there is a spirit of cowardice in them, and they only stay when they're in groups. I'm here by myself. No help. Hold on, family. My food is here. Hey, how you doing? Thank you. You see? By myself, but I'm not by myself. Do you know who's with me? The truth. You all went crazy when Obama said that. You all went crazy when President Obama got up there and said, he said, I'm so in love with you. Sung a little Al Green. And you all said that wasn't presidential. But you cheer. See, this is the same hypocrisy. Bambi said, well, now you're talking about football. Now you're talking about politics. Now you're talking about this. Now you're talking about... I'm showing you all that you all do the same hypocrisy in every aspect of life. Even in the church, the most segregated day in America is on Sunday. Hypocrite. Politics, hypocrite. Sports, hypocrite. News, hypocrite. Now, Bud, Shakur, I got some news for y'all, little crew. Yeah, all y'all. I got some news for y'all. Y'all don't get to play both sides. You don't get to play both sides. And I'm going to end with this. This is why when he went on Joe Rogan and said that Conor McGregor was one of us, I told you all, Bud gonna eat that. Bud is gonna eat that. He gonna eat it. And the first thing that Conor, see, Conor got the balls. Conor got the balls to be what you top black fighters should be. So y'all not gonna like this. Y'all not gonna like this part. Back to my people. I done cooked the races up out of here. They gone. They left. And I wish y'all could have just stayed a little longer. We were having such good dialogue with each other. Such good dialogue. Let me see if they got my order right. Look right. We were having such good dialogue with each other. But let me talk to my people for a second. You see, some of you top black fighters that are afraid to call out the smoke and stand up. See, Conor saw Bud making fun of one of his MMA fighters taking an L. You see? So he stood up for MMA and said, you wouldn't step into the octagon and do what we do because you're a coward. And this ain't the first time Conor done did it. See? Conor got in there with Floyd. See? So you got to start asking yourselves this question. Well, damn. What that make us look like as boxers? A bunch of pussies? That's what you look like. Huh? A bunch of pussies? My brother Patrice X says another prediction that came true. You about 34-0 with it now. Salute to my brother Patrice X. He ain't never told no lie. He been here from the beginning. We told the people. We said, Bud gonna eat them words. Now, I want to ask my brothers a question before I say my grace and take in this substance. How does it feel that you keep betting on Master's table and keep coming up short? I mean, how does it feel that some of you have got on here and on these panels and you have betted on HBO, you have betted on Showtime to use them as a shield to hate on your own top fighters. How does it feel for Max Kellerman to slap you in the face? How does it feel for Chris Mannix and Mike Coppinger to fail you? How does it feel to be made a fool of again and again? And you all can't tell me you're not embarrassed, because some of you are so embarrassed that as a black man you did that you won't even show your faces on these old channels anymore. See, that right there is straight up cowardice. Some of you, and I gotta say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone, because I'm not in the business of dragging my own people, but let me say this. I have seen so many of us raise hell and cause so much division, and then when somebody like Champside shows the truth and makes a fool out of your ideology, you completely leave. You go and go to another person's channel and keep the same divisive ideology that is splitting us up in the first place, mixed in with a whole lot of intellectual masturbation. Oh, that's good. I gotta start writing this shit down. So now I see these same names. Oh, now you over here on Greg Hackett's channel, blowing up the chat. Oh, now you over here on Mill City Boxing, blowing up the chat. Oh, you don't come up. Oh, now you over here on 78's channel because you done been made a fool over on Champside, or now you on Champside channel because you done been made a fool over here at 78's, spewing the same crap that causes nothing but destruction and division. My brother Patrice X makes another good point. When someone disrespected countersport, he stood up. When Max disrespected boxing, Bud sat there silent, and Canelo had to say something. What kind of man are you? What kind of man are you? Brothers and sisters, I hope you all cook on this to the mountaintop. I'm about to eat this breakfast. I appreciate every single person for coming in and listening. But like my brother Patrice X said, we 34-0 now. So let this be a lesson to you brothers. Don't you boxers, don't you ever go in front of no Joe Rogan, no Max any of these dudes. Who was the brother that told Max Kellerman he was blacker than Stephen A? See, boy, they gonna keep letting y'all down. They gonna keep letting y'all. That's why when they pop up and they start talking, and everybody in the man, look, y'all be so shook up and just so pleased by them when they are just being a damn devil. They know when to say, what to say, just to make you feel good and feel like there's some ally, and then boom. Oh man, you heard Sean tell. Oh man, you heard what Chris Mannix said. Oh man, you heard Mike Coppinger. He gave Devin his props. Oh man, well Max gave Devin his props. Why are you so attracted to the damn devil? Why are you so attracted to this fork-tongued, devious, double-minded, double-tongued COINTELPRO boxing agent? The God that I serve is not going to make me look like a fool. Thank you, my brother Patrice X. Terrell Owens. Is Max still blacker than Stephen A? My brother Patrice X says, I believe I seen that Bammy dude pop up on Freedom's March channel as well. That's how we know they watching us. Okay? I told y'all. They can't help themselves. And he probably still in here. He just ain't got no truth to battle my truth. Because the truth don't battle each other. Only a lie can battle the truth. Only the truth can battle the lie. See? That's how I know. I told y'all. It is a monitoring spirit in them. You see? Now, if somebody comes in and they have a difference of opinion and we talk about it and we come to some type of agree to disagree or agreement, you're welcome back. But my wrenches, if y'all see him again in the chat because he ran off and didn't even acknowledge and was man enough to stay and say, you know what, bro, you're right. I know that you hate me. You see? I know that you hate my black children. I know that you hate my black mother, my black father. So you're not welcome here again. And wrenches, if you see an American flag and the name Bambi again in this chat, you block them. Because I know what you are. And the only conversation we need to have moving forward is confrontation. Physical and with prejudice. So to keep the peace, you stay where you at, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Brothers and sisters, y'all have a good Monday. Peace to the family. Peace to my comrades. And it's always smoke to the COINTELPRO Boxer fam. I know y'all hate me, man. I know y'all hate it.